Welcome everybody. NICO, Scarlet Moon here with your Pathwatchers report on the incoming wave that will be here to stay for all individuals, collectives, and experiences. This week's wave, personified by the Death card and the Devil, illustrates the elimination of entrapment. While these cards may appear frightening, it is not so. Remember not to oversimplify or split into black and white dualistic thinking. You might even interpret this combination to represent the death of the demon, if that is more comforting. As March draws to a close, there is an enactment of a great release in the spirit of the displacement wave. The Devil, representing here as the binds of attachment, tethers to detrimental, detractive influences, is eliminated. Remember, death is an end we accept as a natural, understandable, and even necessary process, bringing neither surprise nor shock. Considering the elimination of soul contracts commencing, it's no surprise that the attachment mechanic is now terminated. This wave is easing acceptance of transitions that have been resisted either by the self or by others. This is a freedom combination. The means by which certain beings would attach, control, or bind themselves to another are no longer functioning in the way they once did. The support for that dynamic and mechanic is now obliterated on a multidimensional level. Control patterns, spiritual attachments, social and environmental scripts no longer attract or maintain in this new dynamic. They don't manifest anything anymore. There may be some emotional and psychological aftermath in the short term, but only for the short term. This energy is no sloth. Some may not be prepared for such an eventuality, even if it is starting a huge ripple into true soul empowerment. Remember, it is healing. It is more than a mass cord cutting between all things. It is an obliteration of the cord attachment mechanic. The power of creation, manifestation, and all spiritual work has always been quality over quantity. As this lands and keeps, it will become much more easy and available for all to step in to their own personal power. This is true freedom in the highest interest of all concerned. This is autonomy by release. Freedom to embody the highest expressions of self more than ever. Freedom to embody love and divinity in its pure form. And so it is. All right, Libra, now that we've had a chance to have a look at the incoming wave that is coming in to settle for everybody, right? Not just one group, and it's going to be here, for much longer than just this week. It's here to stay. Let's have a look and see how it substantiates in your week. So for your archetypal themes, we have the Magician upright, and this week has so far turned out to be pretty overwhelmingly positive for everyone I've read so far. And the Magician is giving off this feeling of freedom of movement, freedom of, not just freedom of movement, but more like freedom of enactment. If you are trying to do something that has been maybe held down, right? We talked about this just a minute ago in the opening clip. If you feel like maybe some tethers, some ties that bind, or maybe attachments to certain places or certain circumstances have sort of precluded you from being able to actually move in a direction you want to go, well, we have that freedom of movement now, right? But with the Magician, what I find very interesting is that if there has been an imposing limitation or an imposed limitation on maybe resources that you could have, whether they are financial resources, social resources, accommodations of any kind. This is a week where all areas of your life are going to be quite abundant with those things. We're actually getting some fuel to really move in the direction of our highest trajectory, which is fantastic. In fact, with the Magician, I'm actually kind of feeling a lot of you Libra people are getting a chance to step into a space where something that almost you've had to carry as a burden. It's almost like we're repairing something old, like a decision that was maybe made 4 or 5 years ago, a burden that we'd been carrying since being completely cleared and no longer effective, at holding you down. And now all of a sudden we're actually getting to do things with that freedom of movement, start doing things that we had wished to be able to do if such and such circumstance or burden had not been acquired 4 or 5 years ago. So, maybe take this week to reflect on what was happening in, 2015, 2016, or even late 2014. Because that seems to be what's happening here. I don't know why it's so time specific, but, I'm working with a lot of crazy stuff right now. As far as, where these energies are coming from. And with the Magician card, a lot of you are like, holy crap, now I'm setting up my dream circumstance, right? Having never taken on said thing, having never taken on said discussion, this thing, or maybe it was a connection, or maybe it was a job, or a place we ended up getting, right, tethered, no longer holding us down. So that freedom of movement is here. In fact, going into news and arrivals, we've got the Ten of Cups upright. And this is sort of, I'm getting this vibe of a new horizon coming for you. And with the Ten of Cups, this is something that has manifested, something that is already in existence, that you are able to kind of get a sense of relief on. I'm not sure if this has to do with maybe there's something that you were concerned about, not knowing how something was ever going to get solved, or how something would actually come together in the first place. I'm not sure if this is coming through a friend or a family member or a group, but the Ten of Cups is indicating, that happy ending, right? It might be something that ties into what we were just speaking about. The Ten of Cups is talking about not only a happy ending, but, I think that is an opportunity here for a lot of you who've been really hoping to be able to break out of maybe a course in your life or a space in your life that seems to kind of get stuck in a pervasive loop. Well, the Ten of Cups is a very satisfactory end because it ends a loop. It breaks a pattern. It stops a cycle, right? We've been talking about breaking wheels, Game of Thrones reference there. And with the Ten of Cups, I'm wondering if this is something that's being shared with you to let you know, or if this is something that's being offered to you so you can actually go accept the invitation and take part in it. It's an absolutely gorgeous outcome here, and this could be something maybe that's being done completely by another person, right? It might not even be your doing. It could be a family member, a friend, a partner. But whatever it is, it's getting settled. As we go into material and business concerns, well, we've got the Six of Swords in reverse. And once again, we have a chance for a lot of you to maybe actually have there's some kind of breakthrough with the Six of Swords reversed. Something that's not going anywhere. Something that seems to be kind of stuck as far as an outside focus or an outside preoccupation. And this could be, in another department. This could be something going on in maybe a living situation that you're in, right? A roommate or whatever. We're kind of getting to the bottom of it. And instead of it moving forward to go away, there's something kind of going backward to get out of your life. So it's kind of reversing out of your life. And I'm seeing that's exactly, for some reason, that's what I see the girl doing. It's almost like, oh, okay, and then she won't go forward, but she'll go backward. Whatever, that's not your journey. And I'm feeling like this is a reversal of something that that is ultimately not something that you need to be, of course, tied to anymore. This is a reversal of a tether or a tie that maybe at work or financially it's been sort of blocking you from going forward. It's been taking up all of your time and energy. And the good news is that when this Six of Swords reverse kind of reverses out of your life and backs away out of your space, there's ultimately not only that freedom of movement for you, but you get to have that environment or that financial circumstance in a more idyllic way. It's kind of like things are reversing out of your life, that had no purpose actually being there, so it could actually be what it was supposed to be. I know that sounds kind of weird, but there's something going on where, and again, I'm wondering how far back this goes, because I feel like a lot of Libras are dealing with stuff that they incurred years ago, that they're actually able to kind of see reverse out of their life and watch that reversal, work some wonders financially and professionally. Now, moving on to love and relationships, we actually have the Five of Pentacles upright. And the Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles upright. Four of Pentacles upright. And the Four of Pentacles, I kind of feel, is a decision made by either you and a partner, or maybe you and somebody new, if you're currently available, to do some careful, intentional, but I think probably healthy compartmentalizing. There's sort of a feeling that that there needs to be more personal space for all involved in this relationship or in this circumstance. And it's actually a testament to how much maybe we like being involved with each other. But with the Four of Pentacles upright, there's also a need to kind of be like, okay, look, I think that there's almost too much that we're doing as a team, right? We're joined at the hip a bit too much. We need to kind of regain ourselves, right? We need to kind of pull back and regain our sense of self. So now we are bringing new flavors, bringing new contributions to this relationship or to this potential relationship. And the Four of Pentacles is saying, yeah, there could be some taking of some space this week, but I'm not getting negativity from this. Again, with the Magician card coloring everything in a beautiful light, it feels like this is a very therapeutic, very mindful, and sort of an absence makes the heart grow fonder, but also an energy of, I can't wait to see what this person brings back from their, from the journey that they're taking this week, from what they're doing. And there's actually a bit of excitement, a bit of anticipation, right? It's almost like sending your partner on a scavenger hunt while you go on a completely separate scavenger hunt. But taking that space in healthy ways, allowing us to, of course, now be contributing new things to the relationship and have some room to breathe, so we both feel like we have equal territory in this connection as well, is very important. Okay, so all in all, a wonderful week. So I hope you found this helpful, Libra. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a session, go onto my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.